This broadcast is a presentation of Wcso Sports. WCXO Sports, powered by the Union Banner at Union Banner on Facebook. Your sports teams, your community, your radio station. Presents Talknin Sports on Max 96.7. Talknin Sports is powered by Traditions Portrait Design in Carlisle. For photography, business, and professional service, it's Traditions. Talknin Sports is brought to you by Farmers State Bank of Hoffman, Central City, and Hoyleton. Munkin Dodge Chrysler Jeep Nissan in Centralia. Kaskaskia College. The future's yours at Kaskaskia College. Emin Insurance Agency in Carlisle. Nordike Funeral Home with 5 locations to serve your needs. First Bank in Breeze. Lee's Sports in Nashville. McKendree University in Lebanon. Country Financial Representative Marvin Gerdes in New Baden. Seaver Brothers in Carlisle. And by Becker Jewelers with locations in Breeze and Highland and always online at beckerjewelers.com. Here's the host of Talknin Sports, Rip Nottmeyer.
Good morning, everybody. Welcome to Talknin Sports. We hope you had a super Thanksgiving with friends and, of course, family on Thursday. And the leftovers too, but all was good. So hopefully it was the same for you and yours. Here's what's coming up on Talknin Sports this morning from the Wigman Ford studio. We're going to talk some high school basketball with Carlisle Lady Indians coach Janelle Kuhn. Things went well for her tribe, Lady Tribe, last night. And later on, it's all for volleyball and USC Upstate Spartans standout Bartelsville's very own Maddie Hockey. Plus, as always, on a Saturday, we have the Easy on Travel Trivia Quiz at 594-2576, 594-2576. Today, you can wrangle an autographed volleyball from some of our very finest collegiate players. And at some point here, we're going to have to get Maggie to sign a couple, so stay tuned for that. But right now, it's Scores of Stuff brought to you by Hoffman Auto Body, located just a mere 7 miles north of Carlisle. If your ride meets its match, at least somewhat, see Hoffman Auto Body. Let's go, because high school basketball is in the air. It's starting to really roll now. Number 1 from the Effingham St. Anthony Thanksgiving Tournament. Central routed Robinson 73-41. Max Campworth scored 17 and added 7 boards. From Mater Dei, it was the Knights over Miller Career Academy 75-60. Jacob Shadegg stuck 19 points in that one. The Centralia Orphans are at home with their tournament, and they glided by Jerseyville 62-47. At the Lawrenceville Capital Classic, Salem split a pair with Aldney and Salem. They lost 59-33, and they lost to Lawrenceville. There we go, 63-59 in overtime. Collinsville shelled Mount Vernon 63-32 at the Heron Pyramid Plus Tournament. It's another good one. And at the Metro East Lutheran Affair, it was St. Louis College Prep 74, Christ Our Rock 48. In girls action, Carlisle tabled Litchfield at Litchfield's tourney 46-44. Moorhead on that game with Coach Kuhn. And in the Pana tournament, it was Christ Our Rock over Central A&M 48-47. Freshman Krista Carter drilled the game winner with 4.4 ticks remaining. Plenty of action, of course, on the hardwood today and tonight, including at Carlisle, where the Kaskaskian Classic begins. The Blues, my goodness, what a game. Ryan O'Reilly, Braden Shen, and Alex Petrangelo finished with a goal and 1 assist each. The Blues snapped a 3-game losing streak. They bombarded the Nashville Predators, the league's best, 6-2. Barbashev, Sanford, and Fabry also scored. Jake Allen made 26 saves as interim head coach Craig Berube earned his first victory since taking over after Mike Yeo was fired deep into the night on Monday. But the team's still 8-10. You got to start somewhere, right? But they are 8-10-3 with 19 points. There's only one team worse, and that's the Kings, who bested the Blues recently. L.A. is marred with only 15 counters. The Blues clash with the Winnipeg Jets at Enterprise tonight. That's a 6 o'clock face-off. Chicago was defeated again by Tampa Bay 4-2. Yep, Yo was out and Berube is in, and he's got a lot of experience. He played for, what was it, 17 seasons. But he was an associate coach with the Blues from June 2017 on. He's been the head coach with the Flyers several years as an assistant, and he knows his stuff. If he can convert the Blues, come on, they've got some talent there, right? It's a long season. It's early. And if you missed another former Blues coach who just wasn't good enough to coach here, the third winningest coach in the NHL history behind Quenneville, behind Bowman, they've all coached. And there's Arbor, Demers. Anyway, Kent Hitchcock is with the Edmonton Oilers now. He retired, of course, in April after 22 years. These guys are lifers, many of them, and that's great. And now he's with Edmonton. He's won a cup. He did that with Dallas. So good luck to Hitch, to college football. Misery, well, it's not misery anymore. Missouri bounced Arkansas 38-0. The Tigers screamed into the bowl game, some bowl game at 8-4, just 4-4 in the SEC. They only beat Florida, really, one really good team. But that's, hey, Illinois would take that in. Missouri wins, though. In other games yesterday, it was number 6 Oklahoma topping West Virginia, the 13th rated team in the country. Just a little offense, 59-56. There were 1,372 yards of offense, total offense triggered in that contest in the west side of Virginia. My good. University of Central Florida won again. They blasted South Florida 38-10, but they lost their really good QB to a bad leg injury. I suppose they'll know more and more today. It was number 14 Washington, upending number 8 Washington State, 28-15 in the snow. And Kansas was tripped by Texas, 24-17. Texas won even without Bevo 15 on hand, the famed mascot. That mascot wasn't allowed. Kansas won't let live mascots appear. Kind of crummy rule is that? Yeah, Illinois. Oh, they danced with Northwestern today. 2-6 and 4-7. Northwestern, pretty good team, so it probably won't be too pretty. And yes, the SIU Salukis, we mentioned this Wednesday night, they had a real shakeup in their staff. Head coach Nick Hill remains, but about everybody else, they're gone by the boards. Today, well, Bama and Auburn, that's normally but I don't know. The Tigers are kind of, they're loathsome this year. But it's Bama and Auburn at 2:30 from Tuscaloosa, number 1 against Nutton. Number 10, Ohio State, is in Michigan for the 4th-rated Wolverines. That starts at 11. LSU and Texas A&M hook up. And also at 11 is Georgia hosting Georgia Tech. The Bulldogs are number 5. And then tonight at 7, the marquee game. If USC's Trojans can play a little bit, they're home in Southern SoCal for the Notre Dame Fighting Irish, ranked number 3. Did you see the Ole Miss Mississippi State? Of course, Royce Newman out of Nashville plays for Ole Miss, the Rebels, and they were just rocked 35-3. But here's another. It was the Egg Bowl brawl. Wasn't real pretty either Thursday night, and Ole Miss's season is done. Good luck to SEMO in the FCS. Good luck to Royce Newman and company over the next couple of years, too. I think that'll close up college football. Well, Kansas has a new coach, so Les Miles. They got a big dog there. That's pretty impressive. Used to coach in the Big 12 before, so he's back. In the NFL Thursday, quick roundup. Chase Daniel, wow, he's back from the dead. What's he made? $35 million for throwing just a few passes. He's barely played for New Orleans, KC, Philly, Chicago, but he led the Bears over Detroit the other day, 23-16. Dallas and the Saints were also winners on Thanksgiving Day. Now, I brushed about 2 or 3 plays by accident. We had it on for background. So whatever, I'm not sure what. Oh, yeah. I got this. I'm kind of proud of that. Number 3, Gonzaga. We're talking college hoops. They turned away, soon to be formerly number 1, Duke, 89-87 for the Maui Invitational title Wednesday night. So the greatest team of all time, the Duke Blue Devils, this year's version is no more. Illinois meets, they could still, they're they'll be right there at the end. But they lost. They're not, they're not perfect. They're far from it. Illinois. Where's Illinois? Oh, yeah, doldrums, unfortunately. 1-4. They meet Mississippi Valley State at the State Farm Center tomorrow. The Mo Tigers are off. The Salukis dusted Tulsa 79-69, so they take third. Last night in tournament action in Las Vegas, Eric McGill with 14-8. The Bills play today. SIUE goes tomorrow. No real surprises in the top 10 or so. The Bulls lost again. Talking about no surprises, they were knocked off by Miami 103-96. LeBron did okay at Cleveland Wednesday, didn't he? And his Lakers debut there, 32 points. He was very proud. He is a proud guy. Hey, he's got a lot to be proud of, but and he did get a good reception. Luke Walton says he only heard 1 or 2 boos. He heard 1 or 2 boos out of about, 19,000 people? The guy's hearing is fantastic, how he can split that apart. Former Cardinals manager Mike Matheny joined the Kansas City Royals as a special advisor for player development, so good for him. Of course, he was fired by the Redbirds when his team was a game over. That was in July. He has a .591, .474 record as a manager. The Cardinals did go to the postseason from 2012 through 2015 to the series before they lost to the Bo Sox. It's not all bad. Say what you want. Reds closer Raisel Iglesias agreed to a 3-year, $24.1 million deal through the 2021 season. He's been, serviceable. Adrian Beltre has retired after 21 seasons and over 3,000 hits. Got a good opportunity to go into the Hall of Fame. Didn't get that World Series ring, though. Nearly. But the Rangers blew it against the Birds. Oh, Game 6 and then Game 7. Ha, ha, ha. What else? We'll skip that. But, oh, yeah. Did any of you, whatever you want to do, man. 1995, but Phil Mickelson in the match birdied the 4th playoff hole to beat Tiger Woods in their $9 million made-for-TV match. It was billed as golf. I like this. It was billed as golf's first pay-per-view broadcast. That's because it was. 1995, there were technical difficulties. Things didn't go well. Turner put it on, and I guess Bleacher Report through different links for free. And, yeah, there were some side bets. But, again, these two guys are past their primes. They're worth hundreds of millions of dollars. What's $9 million that they don't put up? Now, if they would each put up $25 million of their own money, that would be a story. This was a joke. I mean, beyond most of these boxing matches. My goodness. Whatever you like. I'm not falling for that junk. They weren't any good at the end of the year. Well, Phil hasn't won in how many years? A long, long time. Tigers won once in 5 or something. They flopped at the end of the season, including the Ryder Cup. Okay. Whatever you like, man. That's what sports is all about. That was scores and stuff, too, and it was brought to you by Hoffman Auto Body, located just 7 miles north of Carlisle. When your car or truck, etc., needs major amount of repairs, remember the name. Hoffman Auto Body. Janelle Kuhn, Matty Hockey, Trivia, all do ahead on Talking Sports. If you're looking for Nissan quality, be sure to check out what Munkin Dodge Chrysler Jeep Nissan and Centralia has to offer. Munkins has the entire field covered with a great lineup of Nissans, including Maximas, Altimas, and Sentras, SUVs and crossovers, and Titan and Frontier trucks. And you can relax when you shop Munkins because you know you're getting the better deal every time, along with terrific service after the sale. For your Nissan, log on to Munkin1.com, or better yet, visit Munkin Dodge Chrysler Jeep Nissan in person, Route 161 West in Centralia. Farmers State Bank is dedicated to the communities they serve. They've been making home loans for over 100 years. They are and will continue to be a strong, steady, common-sense leader that's always focused on what's best for you and the community. And remember, Farmers State Bank has loan professionals standing by to assist you in making the right decision for your needs. That's Farmers State Bank of Hoffman, Central City, and Hoyleton. An equal housing lender, member FDIC, NMLS number 404955.
As a business owner, you know that every year brings new challenges and opportunities. The success of your business demands expertise and focus, and Country Financial can help you keep that focus by helping ensure you have the right insurance protection in place to meet your goals. Marvin Gertis, your Country Financial representative in New Baden, can help you create a customized insurance plan that has coverages designed just for your business. Call Marvin Gertis today. 588-7112. Coverages may vary by state. Policies issued by Country Mutual Insurance Company, Bloomington.
Hi, this is Charlie Hilmas, Mayor of Breeze. Think about some of your favorite local businesses for a second. It could be a restaurant or your favorite go-to store. How would you feel if one of those businesses disappeared? Odds are you've already felt that loss. Let's do what we can to make sure customer loss isn't a reason you lose one of your favorite places. Start a trend today. Shop around our towns. Buy Clinton County. See what we have to offer. Happy holidays.
I'd like to start a campaign to blow the buttons off people's radios. Is that realistic?
This is Max 96.7.
Welcome back, one and all. Rip here in the Weekman Ford studio. And yes, the good Mayor Charlie, and he's all correct with us. Go local. Go local for Christmas, and not just for Christmas, okay? Here we go. We're going to trickle off to the H&H Computer Services guest line for Carlisle Lady Indians basketball coach Janelle Kuhn. Janelle, welcome back.
Hi, Rick. Thanks for having me.
Well, we had you on shortly after you re-upped with the Lady Tribe, and this is our first in-season meet, and it comes following an exciting victory last night. You nipped Litchfield at their tournament, 46-44. What happened? You had a late deuce by Molly Decamper, huh? I saw the videos. Unbelievable.
Yeah, ironically, and I told Coach Pulver this last night, I think I'm just going to start having reverse psychology with my kids because the top three keys to the game were to limit turnovers. We came out the first half with 14, was to establish the lead early. We were down 14 in the first half.
Yes, you were.
And then to limit their second chance opportunities and own the board. And we got out rebounded, almost doubled. And pretty well at halftime, I just challenged them. You guys have been down 11 2 days before against Staunton, and we came back and tied it up. And we came back out and did a lot better things. We had 6 turnovers the second half. Brooklyn Smith scored 10 of her 12 points, and Molly was just feeling it last night and put up another 13 in the second half. So overall, when those two need to take over the game, they finally took over the game, and ultimately that's what led us victorious.
She gunned in 30 on the night, right? And she, it was pretty much all her in the closing seconds. I think she hit that one. I don't know. I've seen 3.3, whatever. It was, we were nearing the end of the game.
Yeah, it was about,
anyway.
I believe there was 12 seconds on the clock when I called the timeout.
When you got, okay.
We had the length of the floor to go, and they
Right.
didn't pressure us, which I thought was okay. That worked out well in our favor. I drew up a quick hit that we had never ran before, and it was to get Molly coming off of 2 screens. If we didn't have that option, Brooklyn was gonna slip one of the screens after she set it, and the worst case scenario, then we go to overtime.
That's true.
But Molly got a wide open 15-footer, which is her bread and butter, and we knocked it down and went in. And if you watch the video, there was a lot of excitement. So,
there was. And she danced around with the basketball for quite some time, right? I mean, nobody was she parked it within the 3, and she launched it and drilled it, so that was great. But, yes, you're down, I'm going to say 15-4 after a quarter, wasn't it? Then 10 at the half?
Yeah, it was 15-4 at the end of the first. And at one point, we had more fouls than points, and we also had more turnovers than points.
Goodness.
And normally you don't win ball games when that's the formula has been drawn up. But again, that's the one thing I think I love about this group is they fight back. And they have to, because we're kind of limited at what certain things that we can do with our numbers. We're limited at certain things we can do with our personnel. And really this group, I mean, it's been a fun 3 games, let's put it that way. And I've really, really enjoyed being back at the high school level. It's because of these kids.
But that will reemphasize again, you never give up. The games are never over. It can look bleak for a while, but hey, don't quit.
No, absolutely not.
And the first 2 games at Litchfield, you claimed the opener in easy fashion, 54-31 over Nokomis, and then Staunton edged you by 3. So it has went well. You're 2-1 right now at that Litchfield. A tournament Carlisle won last year at 4-0. So the Lady Indians have had some good success up there.
Yeah, it's a great tournament for us to get in. Even 4 years ago when I was there again, and we had to go to Salem, and you want to talk about battling? We were losing to Bevel East by 7, but at the end of the day, that's a loss. And when you go 0-6 to start out a season, that wears on you as a coach. That wears on the kids.
Throw Edwardsville at you and some really marked teams for sure.
Yeah, Civic Memorial Highland. And so this is much better for us. We're going to see a really talented Piasaw Southwestern team that, again, with my kids' grit and their battle, I like every opportunity that we have this year, that we can go out and compete. And really, Brooklyn and Molly, they have a lot of pressure on them right now to be our scorers and to be our leaders, and they have to be that way. And the same with Kayla Geterslow. I'm just been really happy with how she's kind of handling the basketball. And last night there were times where, I'm yelling at her, "Go get the ball. We want the ball in your hands." And last night was the first night that she did that. The first two, she still kind of was more passive aggressive. But last night, in the last minute of the game, the ball was in Brooklyn Molly and Kayla's hands. And we ran a little stall play and took 30 seconds off the clock. And again, it just all fell into our favor. But, yeah, last night was fun, that's for sure.
Yeah, I'm glad you mentioned Kayla's name. And I can't believe you were yelling, though. I can't get that. Just doesn't
Rip,
seem possible.
I'm a new person. I'm positive Pam on the sideline this year.
Really? I can't wait to see him. Can't wait to see this in person. Now, what are you playing for tonight? Is it first or is it third, or how's this work?
So we're playing for second.
Second,
it's
actually.
Staunton won last night, which I believe they did. If Staunton won last night, they pretty well sealed it because they had beaten us and Piasaw. So tonight, if we beat Piasaw, then that would get us second. And if not, then that would get us third. So
okay,
definitely looking to take home that second place trophy tonight.
Yeah, and notch 3 out of your first 4. That would be super. So yeah, you were in. When did we have you on? We had you on, I guess, shortly after you were hired again as you came back following Darren Smith, who did a really good job in his tenure though. But you were here for one season before, right? Was that 2014-15 already?
That was 24-15, which ironically was Brianna Smith, Brooklyn Smith's sister's senior year. And now I get to come in and have Brooklyn her senior year. So that's kind of fun.
Athletes there for sure. And you were at Kaskaskia College for 3 years, 2 as the head coach. And you kind of alluded to this earlier a little bit. Well, in one step anyway, that's a transition to go from high school to JUCO and then back to the prep game. We're talking different, completely contrasting styles.
100%. I said that last night. I actually got to see my former player Jessie Key play. She's at Kentucky State. So I got to go see her play at UMSL this week. And it was just so funny. I actually told Coach Pover that last night. You don't realize kind of how slow the game is until you get to see different levels. But on the flip side of that, it's a lot more fun because we're getting to teach. I'm getting to kind of go back to the basics a little bit, and then break some things down that you expect your college kids to just come in and know. And our kids got to have that stuff broken down right now, but they're learning a lot more, and you can tell they're learning. Like, they kind of have that aha moment, and I'm like, all right, that's what it's all about right now.
And then they say, aha. I get it.
Or they go, yes, coach.
Yes, or yes, coach. And you were for official publication. You were at Redbud as their head coach before Carlisle and stuff. So you've, you're a young veteran now. How about that?
This is the 10th year doing this. Really, and before that, I coached a little off and on some 5th and 6th grade teams growing up. But I'll tell you what, the excitement still hasn't faded in 10 years. I still get butterflies before that first game, and even last night with 16 seconds left and drawing up a play on the clipboard, in my head, I'm thinking, don't screw this up, because these kids are counting on you. So that has not gone away yet. But, I guess I can't believe it's been 10 years. I guess I'm that old.
Yeah, I guess so, Janelle. Well, this is good. A real nice beginning to the season. You've got some good. You talked about a few of them earlier. Even though there were 5, I think maybe even 6 girls that graduated off Coach Smith's team last season. So.
Yeah, I mean, Brooklyn and Molly and Kayla are the only kids with varsity experience. So, Erica Cox and Jenna Kimmel had to kind of step in early this year, and they're seniors without that varsity experience. That's a tough spot to be, tough spot. So, there's a lot of pressure on them right now. And then Jalen Kimmel, sophomore Jalen Kimmel's coming off the bench for us. She's our sixth man, and then I've got a freshman at Bree Sudan that's coming off the bench as well and giving us some big time minutes. But again, all of them are learning, very much so. So just trying to keep some people rotated in and keep some of those kids with their legs a little bit fresh. I feel bad for what I call our big three because they're not coming off the floor, and they know that, but they don't want to come off the floor, and that's okay. So
exactly.
Right now we're just trying to find out five. That a lot of teams are doubling off on Brooklyn and doubling off on Molly and leaving that fourth or fifth man open. And right now we're trying to find that kid that's going to knock down that open 15-footer, or that's going to take it to the lane and make the other opponent come out and have to guard you to take some pressure off the other two. So we'll get there though. 3 games in, being 2-1, and having some close ball games. I'm pretty happy with where we're at right now.
And right after this tournament is in the books, it's off for the Cahokia Conference and the Westland Lady Warriors on Monday night, and then Salem and Clinton. Man, it's going to come at you fast.
Yeah, it doesn't stop. Next week we go Monday, Thursday, Saturday, then we go Tuesday, Thursday, Saturday, and then it's Christmas break. So
goodness gracious, don't speed it up that fast.
No, I know, but it's flying by, and I honestly think that we can really compete in the conference this year. I think Central's the favorite as they are every year, but everybody else, it's going to be a dogfight for that second place spot, in my opinion. So hopefully it's got our name written on it at the end of the season.
You will also wrestle a couple of more tournaments. Where are you at? Lebanon and Highland?
Yes, we are still in the Lebanon Christmas tournament, and then we are also that mid-January tournament at Highland. And, and then by that point, you're looking at postseason basketball.
Here we go for the second year of round 2 for you. But that's about how fast that once we get through the Christmas tournaments, it really it
flies.
By. It really does then.
For sure.
Well, 10 players, I know you like to have more in your system, but you don't maybe in the future year, in near future even, because it does limit things practice-wise too. But you've got some quality kids, and you definitely have some one-on-one instruction, especially with you and Coach Dale Pulver. He's been with the program forever, and he does a fantastic job.
Yeah, we are kind of limited to what we can do. There's some days that I scrimmage. There's some days that I'm calling some former players in to come scrimmage against us just to give some of our other kids some tougher looks. But, that's the hope. We've got some numbers coming up in the 6th grade class. I think there's about 15 of them there. And they've got a strong core group. And, you've got 5 8th graders, I believe 4 7th graders. So, we're going to be fighting numbers for a while. But hopefully we will get it figured out. We'll get some more kids involved in those younger grades, and then have them really excited to be playing high school basketball.
Well, grab another victory tonight if you can. We'll see you around the gym. And say hello to your mother and father.
Will do, Rip. Thank you so much for having me on. I appreciate it.
Thanks. See ya.
Bye-bye.
A happy, sparkling Janelle Kuhn. That's always a good interview. We love those. Yes, we do. Trivia's around the bend, and so is Maddie. Hockey. Stay with us on Talking Sports for a Saturday.
Southern Illinois drivers know that K&J Chevrolet in Carlisle is a community-focused dealership that puts the customer first. That's why we've been in business for nearly 20 years, proudly serving multiple generations of Chevrolet drivers from all over. If you're searching for a brand new or like-new Chevrolet model to upgrade your daily commutes and weekend adventures, come check us out just west of Carlisle on Old Route 50. K&J Chevrolet, your Clinton County Chevrolet and Silverado headquarters.
If you're an athlete, coach, official, or fan, you need Lee Sports in Nashville. Lee Sports has it all for teams and individuals. From uniforms, shoes and equipment, to coaches apparel and officials gear. And Lee Sports carries name brands like Under Armour, Mizuno, Rawlings, and Adidas. Lee Sports also stocks a complete line of spirit wear and offers screen printing and custom embroidery, plus trophies, awards, and personalized items. Lee Sports in Nashville, your complete sporting goods headquarters.
I'm Blues PA voice Tom Calhoun on Talknin Sports and Max 96.7.
If you're in the market for a new home, refinance, or even a second home, give me a call today. I'm Anne-Marie Tabin at First Bank in Breeze. With almost 20 years of experience, I can guide you through the process of finding a mortgage product from First Bank that is right for you. Give me, Anne-Marie Tabin, a call today, 526-7724. First Bank in Breeze, Equal Housing Lender, member FDIC.
Hey, it's Bill on the road from Mornings with Scott and Casey. You hear me talking each week about travel, and one of my favorite things about driving across America is finding great food. And lucky for you, Mama's on the Hill in St. Louis is a super easy road trip destination. Authentic Italian favorites like baked lasagna, spaghetti, and tortellini, thin crust St. Louis-style pizza, and yes, Mama's on the Hill is the birthplace of toasted ravioli. Check out their menu online at mamasonthehill.com. Mama's on the Hill, on the Hill in St. Louis.
Flying in the face of conventional wisdom.
There's no rules and no laws and lots of litter.
Every day.
This is Max 96.7.
All right, sports fans, Rip here in the Weekly Ford Studios. We are tripping fast. Yep. Quickly through another hour of talking sports. The time is 9:31. Set those watches. Does anybody wear? But anyway, it's 9:31. That time drop is brought to you by Zirin Funeral Home in Carlisle. Off we hustle for trivia.
It's time for the Easy In Travel Trivia Quiz on Talkin' Sports. Where do you want to play? Call Easy In Travel and Breeze at 526-2201.
You are eligible to play unless you or someone in your household has won the last 8 weeks. Number 2, you can't be affiliated with or related to anyone here at Max 96.7 Easy In Travel or, well, skip the last part. But today, we are giving away a volleyball signed by some of our area's most prolific collegiate players, including, here's some names to toss at you: Jessica Heyman, Morgan Dahl, Sammy Bedard. We've got Kayla Everskirt on there, Emily Calling. We have Jenna Heyman, as we tossed in a rather good athlete from the Texas A&M track and field world. That's summer. All Coach Jennifer Calloway. We're going to lock up Maddie Hockey at some point, so you won't get this right away if you win, but we will get it to you. Here's the question at 594-2576, 594-2576. It's on football. The NFL, the Cowboys. Yes, Big D has hosted the Thanksgiving game since 1966, except for a couple of years when the St. Louis Cardinals hosted. Yeah, in 75 and 75, and they were rolled twice by Buffalo, 32-14, and by Miami, 55-10. That was the last straw. But the Cardinals had, if we have time, they had some good, man, actually incredible teams in the 70s. Here's the question. The Cowboys are 30-19-1 on Thanksgiving Day with some top drawer quarterbacks keying their efforts. But which QB has led the Cowboys to the most Thanksgiving Day victories? Don Meredith, Troy Aikman, or Danny White? Which Cowboys quarterback has tucked away the most Turkey Day wins? Dandy Don Meredith, Troy Aikman, or Danny White? Give us a call and you can have a souvenir volleyball, our second that we were giving away, or will have given away, at 594-2576, 594-2576.
Seaver Brothers has what you're looking for. Take a spin with Seaver Brothers and drive home in your new or pre-owned Dodge, Chrysler, Jeep, or Dodge truck today. Let Seaver Brothers give you the car buying experience that no other dealership can offer. Seaver Brothers stands behind their products and also has an outstanding service department with qualified technicians to keep your vehicles running strong. Stop by Seaver Brothers, 811 Washington Street in Carlisle, or call 594-2624 for your next Seaver Brothers sales associate.
Need insurance? Insurance you can really count on? If so, turn to Dan Imming at Imming Insurance Agency in Carlisle. Dan and his staff will provide you with the insurance coverage and service you deserve. Whether it's auto, home, life, health, or commercial, your choices aren't limited either. Imming Insurance Agency represents many outstanding companies, so get covered by the best. Call Imming Insurance Agency at 594-4536 or stop by 589 9th Street in Carlisle. Imming Insurance Agency, a proud supporter of Clinton County sports. McKendree University is a great place to continue your sports career. It's also a great place to continue your education. McKendree offers a wide range of degrees, including master's degrees in business, nursing, education, and professional counseling. If you'd like, you can access McKendree's quality education through the flexibility of online degrees. To learn more about McKendree, log on to McKendreeOnline.com or call 1-800-BEARCAT. McKendree University is ready when you are.
Thanksgiving might be over, but the savings never end when you shop your hometown proud Carlisle IGA. Buy 2 for $5, 45-ounce Prego pasta sauce. IGA 8-count jumbo biscuits, 98 cents a can. Chef Boyardee pasta varieties are 10 for $10. Table Right beef boneless top round steak is $3.99 a pound. Enjoy these savings and so much more when you shop your hometown proud Carlisle IGA.
Scientists say the universe is random. Why should your radio station be any different?
You've got Max 96.7.
Welcome back, everybody. Rip here in the Weaver Ford studio. No winner yet. Here's the question one more time. Be patient because Ben has a lot on his agenda. It boils down to this. Which Dallas quarterback has led his boys to the very most Thanksgiving Day victories? Is it Don Meredith, Troy Aikman, or Danny White? Meredith, Aikman, or White? 594-2576, 594-2576, and that's for an autographed volleyball signed by, and we've had a lot of just unbelievable collegiate players around here, but we've got a good dusting of names on this one. This will be the second that we have given away, or that we will have given away. So get a call in or give it a shot. No victory as of yet. No, I didn't miss that brawl at the Alton High Tip-Off Classic. That was, man, that stuff is not good, and it can't happen. It can't. So it's going to be interesting to see what else will be handed down in terms of discipline, punishment, and so forth to the players, coaches, schools, whatever. And our very own Gary Gustafson, of course, Gus was one of the officials. He was in on it. Unfortunately, those sparring lessons paid off, but not a good scene, and you can find it on Facebook. I found a video on Facebook. It's probably about all over the internet by now. Call us if you want that volleyball, man. In the meantime, stay tuned for Volleyball's Matty Hockey.
Nordyke Funeral Home is thinking about your future and offers secure, pre-planned funeral arrangements, relieving the emotional burden for those you love, allowing you to express your own wishes, and assures peace of mind with financial concerns when your family needs it the most. Nordyke Funeral Home has 5 locations in Albers, Aveston, Breeze, New Baden, and now Carlisle. Visit NordikeFuneralHome.com or call 588-3533. Striving to earn your family's confidence and trust, Nordyke Funeral Home with 5 locations.
Moving forward requires taking that first step. And when it comes to your future, your first step should be Kaskaskia College. With more than 50 degrees and 100 certificate programs, Kaskaskia College can prepare you for a great career, your next promotion, or set you on your educational path. Life is too short to wait. Take your first step to success with Kaskaskia College. Learn more today. Call 545-3040 or kaskaskia.edu. The Christmas season is here, and we need your help. Hello, everyone. It's Scott Patrick from Mornings with Scott and Casey, and we are once again teaming up with K&J Chevrolet and the Carlisle Dollar General for Toy Drive 2018. Now through December 20th, we are collecting toys and monetary donations for newborn through 16 years old. All toys and monetary donations will be given to the BCMW and Community Link for distribution to families living here in our community who need a little help this holiday season. Your donations are greatly appreciated. Shop the new Carlisle Dollar General and leave a toy there, or drop one off at K&J Chevrolet. We'll take care of the rest. It's Toy Drive 2018 with K&J Chevrolet, Carlisle Dollar General, and Max 96.7. Since 1999, our community, your radio station.
What were we thinking when we designed the station? I'll tell you. We were thinking it takes all sorts to make a world.
Max 96.7.
Hello, one more time here from the Weidman Ford Studio. One more important block left. Again, our number 594-2576, 594-2576, because so far we are 0 for If you want that volleyball, it's a nice signed auto ball, and here we go, just with the answers. Pick one. So far, you'll be the winner because, again, we're coming up with zeros. Was the correct answer on, was it Don Meredith, Troy Aikman, or Danny White? Meredith, Aikman, or White? In the meantime, we shall proceed. Isaac Rental Property in Carlisle knows we're headed for that stretch drive, and we are. Sit back, relax, and listen to, she's on the H&H Computer Services guest line, USC Upstate volleyball standout. She's Bartel's own Maddie Hockey. Maddie, welcome back.
Thanks for having me.
And I know you wanted to extend that season for a while, of course, but we catch up with you a week after Upstate season has ended. Still a quality year, and that was quite a match, huh?
Yeah, it was an exciting match for my last one that I'll play.
You lost 3-2 to UNC Nashville. They nipped your Spartans, and you were ahead 2-1, but it's not easy to put these squads away, is it?
No, we just played them like a week or two before we played them that last time, and both games were very intense and very close.
Yeah, you had. And what happened in the fifth set, Maddie? Of course, that just takes 15 to front that victory. Did they jump out ahead in that one and just never? You never really had a good shot at them.
Yeah, they got the lead early, and then we just were struggling, and then their atmosphere in there was crazy, and their crowd was just taking them to the end.
And they did it, win and advance. But yes, you were 1-1 against the Bulldogs before the Big South Conference tournament clash. And who ended up winning the Big South the playoffs, Maddie?
High Point.
High Point did. No surprise, right? They cruised.
No.
My good, 14-2 in the regular season. And they won 21 matches overall. Radford the same. Did those two oppose each other in the final?
Yeah. Yeah, High Point won 3-0.
So they're on their way to the NCAA, huh?
Yep.
Yep, indeed. And meanwhile, your Spartans finished at 13-9, but you were at an even 8-8 in the Big South, and you tied for fifth, and you were just 2 games in back of UNC Nashville. That really was a good first-round matchup. Good tilt for you, wasn't it?
Yeah, the game before ours went to 5-2, and then our game was exciting also, so it was a good first round for our tournament.
Was there much of you went from the Atlantic Sun, the A-Sun, to the Big South. This was year number 1. Was there much in the way of change between the 2 conferences?
Yeah, I think our team did much better in the Big South, and we could compete better in the Big South with the teams that we were playing. And the A-Sun, the teams were, I think, better than the Big South.
Yeah, and just from 2017 to this year, 6th in the A-Sun a season ago, and now you see what we did here in the Big South, and you're 8-21 last season, so you were above that also for this season. And we had your coach Jennifer Calloway on a few weeks ago, and she seemed to really like that fit for your Spartans, and it was also partly due in her flavor to the better travel situations. You're a lot closer to more of these schools, right?
Yeah, we only had to stay over a couple times for our conference game, which was awesome because then we don't waste the whole day off of school, and you just don't have to miss as many classes.
Yeah, and it's still about, you have to study. Well, I don't know if you have to study at all. You're awful smart, aren't you? You made the academic team, I saw too, so congrats on that.
Thank you.
Coach Calloway also had a nice prop for her career. She's now the winningest coach in USC Upstate history. I know once he scratched by her mentor there, she was at 351, so I don't know what she ended up at 365 or something like that, but she's had an incredible career there, huh?
Yeah, it's awesome that I got to be a part of that game for her because I know it was a really special moment for her.
Yeah, and that was her Dr. Joe Bowman, I guess. So she played for him, and I think maybe coached under him for a couple of years. So that's pretty neat. Hey, Maddie, in the 4 years, what's the deepest you went in the postseason? Did you notch a victory or so in the tournament?
Yes, my sophomore year, we won our first game in the Atlantic Sun tournament.
Okay, it's not easy, is it? Again, it's quality clubs.
Yeah, I mean, everyone just goes after that one in the postseason, and everyone's playing their hardest. So it's just who's going to want it more.
That's right. Everybody's playing for keeps at the Division I level. So you also, including this year, of course, you played in some mighty stout preseason tournaments. This time you're at, I think it changed up a little bit. You're at Charlotte and Tennessee, Jacksonville, Florida, and Statesboro, Georgia. But it was kind of cruel to the Spartans early, wasn't it? Before you maxed out with 2 of 3 at the GATA challenge.
Yeah, we were struggling early on trying to get a solid lineup going. We had a lot of new kids, new faces, and new positions. So we had to get our flow going, and then I think we were hitting it whenever we got into conference. We started getting our lineup set, and everyone was starting to get more comfortable.
That's what it's all about, preparation for league play.
Mm-hmm.
Of course, they made you start out with High Point, didn't they?
Yeah.
Hey, you got one set off of them. So I mean, from the way their season went, that seems pretty good right there. But how in the world, Maddie, can 4 years be? They just flew the coop.
I know. I feel like just yesterday I was just going down there.
Yeah, and we've had you on all 4 years, as we have with all of the locals from USC Upstate and some others who have drained very good careers at the D1 level in particular. But you always want to be a part of a team that has even more success. But USC Upstate, that proved to be quite handily the right choice for you.
Mhm. Yeah, I'm glad I did it.
Yeah, and you had a chance to play with a lot of excellent talent, quite a few of those, a handful or so from our area who you know very well and played with and against. So that was really cool too.
Yeah, I mean, that was a big part of my decision to go down there in the first place. Was I knew the girls that were down there, and I was excited to play with them.
Did you like it when you first got to Spartanburg, South Carolina? You knew, I mean, obviously you go there for visits, and I think you probably went to, or you had the opportunity to go to 2 or 3 other places at least for college visits and stuff. But it was just it seemed to mesh right away for you.
Yeah, I went on a couple other visits, and whenever I went down to Spartanburg, I liked the school, and Coach and her daughter spent the whole day with me and my mom going around Spartanburg, and it just seemed like the perfect fit.
Your mom and dad made a lot of trips out there too. How many hours are we talking about?
It's about 9.5.
About 9.5. Well, actually, I believe your dad told me they flew, chartered a plane a couple of times. Right.
Yeah, and they usually drive, but
they usually drive.
Yeah, they made a lot this year for my last season.
Yes,
so I'm very thankful for them.
Yeah, indeed. Modern day grad, Bartelso native, Maddie Hockey is with us from the USC Upstate Spartans Volleyball Club, and yeah, each of those players though. What do we have? Emily Culling and Kayla Everskirt. I just mentioned a few from that volleyball I have here. Who else comes to mind? I know you had a Gober from the near area too, and I'm missing some obvious that played for the Spartans recently.
Shannon from Highland, Shannon Weiss.
Weiss.
And
was that Lexi Gober?
Yeah, and Kayla. Those 3 were seniors when I got there, and then Emily, and I'll be the last one.
Yeah, they left. All of them left you there, but you and all of them, you all represented us in fine fashion on and off the floor, and you just did fantastic. I don't think it could have went any better personally for you, right? As far as the numbers you posted and so forth.
Yeah, I just went out there and played my best, and that's just what happened.
But you you throw a lot of work into this in season and in the supposed off season.
Yeah, we're in the gym 5 days a week, in the weight room, in the gym, in off season, and then you're there almost every day during season. So yeah, it's a lot to handle, but if you really love it, you're going to do it, and I loved it.
Yeah, and you loved it, no doubt. I'm going to reel off some numbers here, and you toss out what I missed. I'm just going to keep it. But just for this season alone, the 2018 campaign, you were over nearly 1,100 assists. That's over 9 per set. That led the team, and you were second in digs at nearly 3%. I mean, that's the game, right? I mean, assist and digs for you, but just throughout your whole career, you rarely missed a set too, right?
Yeah, I usually didn't miss it unless I had to for injury or something.
But that was you missed. I think you missed one. Did you miss one match this season?
I don't remember.
Must have been early, huh? Or maybe this.
Yeah, I think Yeah.
You probably broke a team rule or something, Maddie. No, I doubt that was the case. But for your career, you're scattered everywhere, and this may have been up. This might have not been completely through this 2018 season, but fourth in assists, sixth all time in assists per set, seventh in sets played, ninth all time in digs. You're up there in service aces too, in digs per set. So I got it. As you well know, you've done you did good. You did a whale of a job.
Thank you.
I mean, you're up there on the Spartans list, high on those charts. That's pretty cool.
Yeah, I don't even know where you get those from, but I didn't know anything about that until I saw it in the paper that my mom sent me.
Well, you're too busy playing. Yeah, you can't worry about just those self stats, can you? Otherwise, you're not going to be helping helping the team. You might even hurt your game just a little bit. You just got to let it flow out there. But I just want to know, and as far as what I saw, how could they skip over you this year for the Big South All League team? You just missed that, right?
Yeah, I mean, we had a couple of girls on our team that made second team, and then one that made honorable mention. So I'm just happy that we had people on there.
You had Lily Dempsey, Gloria. How about that last name, Maddie? Gloria
Kenaboo.
Yeah, sure. And Emily Russell. They all made it, and somehow you were left just a dash back in that dark. But I believe you made the all-freshman team in the A10, A-Sun, and also you were twice all-conference there?
Yep, that's correct.
I'm going to get a hold of the Big South. I believe we've had probably a voter tabulation that was off, I'm sure. A hanging chad or something.
Yeah.
We got it somewhere along the line. No, I really, you deserve to be in there, I'm sure, after what you've done. But three teammates made it. And that is, now I don't know what happens now, Maddie. Maddie Hockey with us for a few more minutes on Talking Sports. The team is going to have to make do without as of now, a Clinton County kid and some other really good seniors. You got, I guess, 4 total who are going off the boards, right, through graduation?
Yep. Yeah, 4 of us.
And one of those, I'm not sure. None of them were not that the all-conference team. But
no,
none of them were. The others, they were all very young that made that all-league squad, weren't they?
Yeah, they have. I mean, they have a lot of potential for next year.
Even without you on the court.
Even without me.
Yeah,
yes.
I tell you what, I'm gonna keep track. I'm not so sure. I hope they do. But what was senior like for you with your parents on hand? That's always that bittersweet moment, right?
Yeah, I mean, I don't think it has really hit me yet. It still hasn't really hit me that I'm totally done with volleyball. But yeah, I think my mom was more upset than my dad. But
with all the time, and it's not just these 4 years. It's all the time they went to your matches in high school, and even it starts early, doesn't it? It starts in those
yep.
those wee years, Maddie. That's where you formulate those fundamentals and stuff.
Yeah, I mean, it's going to be a different life for them, not being able to go see me play somewhere.
And just for you, I guess it's always, most people always say, most athletes, it's, the game, the matches, in your case, volleyball, whatever, but it's the teammates, the camaraderie and stuff like that you really tend to miss the most.
Yeah, I mean, definitely whenever I come back home after I graduate, it's definitely going to be the people that I met there that I'll miss the most.
Those South Carolina folks are okay, huh?
Yeah, they ain't bad.
They ain't bad. And but you did have good support from everybody around here, not just the parents, which is super, but in the immediate family, but others too. And I'm sure a few of your friends found their way out to Southern California. How about South Carolina? Same thing over the course of the 4 years too.
I mean, yeah, everyone here has been amazing in the past 4 years. So, like, I can't describe how thankful I am for that.
I think you're better off, incidentally, in South Carolina than Southern California, but that's just me. So what's next for you? Are you gonna stay, besides whatever those career plans are, and you can tell us, but are you gonna stay involved some in volleyball?
Yeah, I actually plan on coaching with Katie hockey, our club team here back home after I graduate. So. Okay,
so where's she coaching now? What team is that?
It's at CC Elite.
The CC Elite. And what ages are we talking about here? 15, 16, set?
14.
14. Okay. Very good.
Yep.
So that's great. And outside of that, how are you going to make those big bucks? You know, you get that degree and everything. You may have the degree already, huh?
I'm actually graduating December 18th, and then I'll be back home looking for a job.
Oh, so you're okay. Very good. Congratulations on that too. No doubt.
Thank you.
And I don't know, are you in Bartelso this morning or elsewhere?
Yeah, Bartelso.
Okay. Well, I have to. At some point, I'm going to get. I have 2 volleyballs to get to you. We do have a winner on trivia. We finally got somebody with the correct answer and stuff, but I have to get you your autograph on a couple of those. Okay, but we have a nice ball to turn over to our winner, who I'll mention in a moment here. But so we'll try and tag you with that in a little bit. I'll get it over to you guys.
All right, sounds good.
What else, Maddie? It was a blast having you on for all 4 years as we go through another loop. And hey, you got to take care of that cough.
Yeah, I don't know.
You have too much fun on Thanksgiving or last night?
No, I just catching a cold.
Okay. It's bad timing for that, Maddie, but no, hopefully you get to feel well. But no, it's great having you on board with us all 4 years, and congratulations to you. You did well. The team did just fine too, and Coach Callaway will definitely miss you.
Yes, I'm going to miss her too.
All right, Maddie. Thank you. Say hello to your mom and dad, and we'll get that volleyball to you so you can help us out and make someone else happy with that as a gift, a courtesy gift. They're a trivia winner.
All right. Thanks for having me.
Thanks, Maddie. Maddie Hockey, who needs some, I don't know, cough syrup, cough drops. Just speaking for myself, maybe a shot of whiskey. That always seems to help, but I know Bartelso doesn't know about that stuff, so we won't go deep. No, she had a splendid career indeed. Is this our winner, Ben? Yeah. Okay. All right. So here we go with the question and answer on trivia. We had some misses, but hey, that's all right. We finally have a champion. Let me find the correct. Here's that trivia question, and the answer this time is all about the Dallas Cowboys. Yeah, they've hosted the Thanksgiving games since '66 with a couple of interruptions by the Cardinals. Yeah. Which Dallas quarterback, though, has led the Cowboys to the most victories on T-Day? Meredith Aikman or Danny White? It is indeed Danny White. That's a tough one. He won a record. He was underrated. He won a record 7 Thanksgiving tilts for the Cowboys. He cashed in 7 of 8 chances. Tony Romo is actually next out of Eastern Illinois with 6 of 9, and Aikman, what's wrong with the Hall of? He was just 5-5. Cowboys haven't been that great lately. They're 6-5 this year. They're no good. 5-5. Well, they're probably one of 12 teams, maybe 13 over 500 in the league. What's that? Dandy Don Meredith, incidentally, one of my all-time favorites. He's the only undefeated Dallas signal caller at 3-0. And the Cardinals, again, they hosted at Busch 2 Thanksgiving games in 75 and 77. They got trounced. Well, they got flat smacked 55-10 by Miami in 1977. But for those of you who are very young or have bad memories like me at times, in the mid-70s, 74, 75, and 6, there were only 14 games played a season then. They went 10-4, 11-3, and 10-4. When they won 10 games in 76, they didn't even make the playoffs. Teams get in now at 8-8 once in a while, and definitely 9-7. I'll take those Cardinals teams against that greatest show on turf those couple of years with Hart and company, Mel Gray, the offensive line. They did lose a divisional playoff games both years in 74 and 5, and they had 3 other above 500 seasons after that before they took off. before they swept out of here to Phoenix. All right, I think that's going to close it up. We got most of it in. Did we do okay, Ben? I believe we got through this shuffle. A lot of papers here. But our thanks again to Janelle Kuhn and also to Maddie Hockey. And Monday night, we'll talk things over with Westland Warriors basketball coach Brent Brady, and from the McHenry women's hockey team. Their coach, they're good. Their coach is Derek Pallardy. So it is Brent and Derek Monday night. Larry Johnson's our winner, if I didn't mention that at trivia. Monday night on Talking Sports, Real Sports Talk on Max 96.7 WCXO.
Talkin' Sports on Max 96.7 was powered by Traditions Portrait Design in Carlisle. For photography, business, and professional service, it's Traditions. Talkin' Sports was brought to you by Farmers State Bank of Hoffman, Central City, and Hoyleton. Munkin Dodge Chrysler Jeep Nissan in Centralia. Kaskaskia College. The future's yours at Kaskaskia College. Emin Insurance Agency in Carlisle. Nordike Funeral Home with 5 locations to serve your needs. First Bank in Breeze. Lee's Sports in Nashville. McKendree University in Lebanon. Country Financial Representative Marvin Gerdes in New Baden. Seaver Brothers in Carlisle. And by Becker Jewelers with locations in Breeze and Highland and always online at beckerjewelers.com. Thank you for joining us for this WCXO sports presentation of Talkin' Sports on Max 96.7.